Good day, colleagues. My name is Possible, and I will be your tutor for today. In our previous discussion, we look at ambiguity. We said ambiguity is a phenomenon or a situation whereby a linguistic unit or a grammatical expression or sentence can give two or more interpretations, of which all these interpretations are recognized and accepted. From there, we look at the types of ambiguity. Look at the two main types of ambiguity as planned and unplanned. And then we look at the three levels of ambiguity. One is phonological ambiguity, of which we are treating in this video. The next one is the lexical ambiguity, which shall be treated in our next video. And then we end with structural ambiguity. From there, we look at examination tip, how to go about exams question. In this video, we are going to look at the first level of ambiguity, which is called phonological level of ambiguity. Like I always say, this is not difficult. It is easy. But make sure to grab a pen and a notebook. I repeat, make sure to grab a pen and a notebook. Write. Get your notes for yourself. Write. Be serious about it. Because this semester, ambiguity is going to form 50 to 60% of your exams questions. Therefore, pay attention very well. Now, when we talk about phonological ambiguity, we are starting. We are saying that this kind of ambiguity is based on how words are pronounced. Remember, in our first lesson or our previous lesson, we said it. Phonological ambiguity is an ambiguity that is based on how words are pronounced. There are words that are pronounced the same, but they are spelled differently. There are some words that are pronounced the same, but they are spelled differently. Sound phonemes, pronunciation, gives birth to phonological ambiguity. In this case, when one pronounces a word, it could also mislead another to think that it is the other word. In this case of ambiguity, when I pronounce a particular word, because of the similarity in the tonation, it might one way or the other mislead you to think that I'm talking about the other word. I hope it makes sense. So this is as a result of sound phonemes. If you're supposed to pause and write, pause and write. If you're supposed to pause and reflect, pause and reflect. So that is phonological ambiguity. Examples of these ways are as follows. See. When someone says see, and if you don't take care, you might not get the real word that the person wants to communicate onto you. Provided I'm referring to sea as a water, sea as an ocean, sea as a river, you might probably mistaken it for see, as seeing, to look. See. You might probably be mistaken for that. The next word is hear. Hear. This here, I mean H-E-A-R. Hear. Hear. But if you don't take care, you might be misled and mistake it for hear, as in adverb of place. H-E-A-H-E-R-E. Hear. The next word is cat. Cat. I mean animal, cat. But if you don't take care, you will take it for cat, as getting a saw, a knife, cat. You might probably take it for cat, a verb, cat. But this time around, I mean a noun, cat. C-A-T. I can say, I had a cat. I had a cat. If you don't take care, you might be mistaken that, you had a cat. So why is that animal? Probably I'm talking about the fact that when I was doing a work somewhere, I had a cat. Something cut my hand. The next one is theme. 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 If you don't take care, you might be misled and take it as team. Football team. But the previous word, I mean theme. Theme, the central idea of something. The next one is plain. Plain. When you talk about something, when you talk about something which is plain, it means that it is transparent. It is clear. It is obvious. It is translucent. It is pellucid. It is elucid. So plain. And then we have another plain. We have ice cream. Ice cream. If you don't take care, you might mistake it for ice cream. Ice cream, like I'm shouting ice cream. Meanwhile, I'm referring to ice cream. Those lovely foods of, let me say, children. We all eat it though. Ice cream. Now we are saying that because these words are pronounced similarly, they easily create ambiguity or confusion. So this level of ambiguity is called phonological ambiguity. Phonological ambiguity. Now, let us look at the exam's focus. Exam's focus. Now, it must be noted that though this is one level of ambiguity, however, our focus shall not and never be on it, so far as exams is concerned. This phonological ambiguity is one level of ambiguity, but we are not going to pay attention to it so far as our exams is concerned. So in our subsequent lessons, if we are talking about ambiguity, solving ambiguity questions, it means that we are going to refer to lexical and structural ambiguity. So we are barring phonological ambiguity right here in this lesson. We are barring it. Why are we barring it here? This is of the fact that phonological ambiguity mostly happens in an oral form of communication, but not in written form of communication. Oral form of communication, but not in written form of communication. So in written form of communication, we are saying that the phonological ambiguity is hardly to be seen. And as you could see, this semester, whatsoever we are doing, it is written form of communication. You're going to write exams, you're going to write. And then because of that, we are not going to pay much attention to phonological ambiguity. Look at the spellings here. There's a problem with phonological. The A up there is not supposed to be there. It's phonological, not phonological. No, it is a typo error. So it is phonological ambiguity. So far, what we have done under this lesson is we have looked at the phonological level of ambiguity, of which I've said that phonological ambiguity or level of ambiguity is based on how words are pronounced. And then we say that there are words that are pronounced the same but are spelled differently. So we said that in this case, when one word is being pronounced, it mostly confuses the receiver of the message or the receiver of the communication to take it for another word or different word, which also has the same pronunciation. Again, we look at some of the examples of phonological ambiguity. Examples of phonological ambiguity: to be see, which is river see, to be taken as see, to look, hear, to listen, to, which is sometimes mistaken for hear, which is adverb of place. Cat as a noun referring to the name of an animal, mistaken for cat as a verb, a saw, getting a cat, getting an accident. Theme, with the central focus or the central aim or the central idea of a message, being mistaken for team, like football team. We have plain and plain, we have ice cream and the rest. I hope it makes sense. And then we ended with the exam's focus of phonological ambiguity. We said that it must be noted that though this is a level of ambiguity, however, our focus shall not be on it so far as exams is concerned. Why? The reason being that phonological level of ambiguity mostly happens in an oral form of communication, but not in a written form of communication. However, this semester, whatsoever we are going to do is based on written form of communication. Once again, my name is Possible, and I have been your tutor up to this time. In our next lesson, we are going to look at lexical or semantic ambiguity. Lexical or semantic ambiguity. Until we meet again another time, I will say bye-bye to you. Bye. I love you.